Hey, good evening. It's Tuesday, July 12th. And thanks so much for being here this evening. And welcome to everydaytalk247.com. And maybe you can catch some of the birds in the background tonight as they hit the feeder. The question I want to ask tonight, it's a hard question, but we need to look at it. And it's easy to skirt around. It's easy to give typical religious answers to it. But there's one focus that is important for us. And of course the question is, you looked at the thumbnail, why is life hard? Because it is hard. Sure, there are joys and things that just absolutely blow our minds about life. But there's also the really hard things. The things that bring sadness. There's hurt. There's children who've lost their parents. There are parents who've lost their children. There's broken marriages, broken relationships, sickness, death that occurs when it seems like it's the very worst time to see death happen. There's disappointments. People disappoint us. We commit sins and do things and that we would love to get back, but we know we can't. So it's a fair question. Why is life hard? And part of it is because of our sin, the sin that we inherit from Adam and Eve, what we would have willingly participated in. Part of it is because God designed us as people to make choices. And we often, if not most of the time, make choices that are not the best or even awful. But there's also a sense of life being hard, which needs to point us back to God. Because we see Jesus in his example. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross. Because he wanted to bring honor to his Father. I think David gives us some help in Psalm 27 when he says this, and it's in the middle of the psalm, and it says this: one thing I ask of the Lord, and this is what I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. See, out of all the things that David could have asked for, from relief from his troubles, from relief from his enemies, the people who were attacking him, for success for his kingdom, for some of the ease of hurt, things that he had gone through, what he asked for is, one thing I ask of the Lord, this is what I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. See, I think that begins to clarify for us why life is hard. Because the hardness of life points us to the beauty of our God. It shows us his wonder and his awe. Because he alone is the one who can make all this right. On this brief time we're here on the planet, and I can say brief because I've been here a long time, but it's still brief. God is there faithful for us. David continues to say, for in the day of trouble he will keep me safe in his dwelling. He will hide me in the shelter of his tabernacle and set me high upon a rock. In other words, all the things that plague me and hurt us and damage us and attack us in this life, God will rescue us from them. He will keep us safe. That's true in the life to come. It's true in the blessing that we have. And what David has got a hold of here is it's true for him in the here and now, in the right now, in the moment, in the everyday moments of life. One thing I ask of the Lord, and this is what I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and seek him in his temple. See, where's the temple for you and me? It's not a building anymore. It's not where you attend church services on Sunday. The temple is where the Holy Spirit chooses to make his dwelling, and it's within us. Our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit. And to gaze upon the wonder of God, the beauty of God, and relief to all the mess that we see around us. It's not just a way out. It's a way into that which is everlasting, beautiful, and full of joy. Because all the things that are right here before us, they're fleeting. The things that we hang on to, that we enjoy, something happens, we can't do them anymore. The person that you really cared about, they may not be here anymore. The things that you used to be able to enjoy, you may not be able to do them anymore. But the one thing that you can do, the one thing that David says, the one thing he asks for, the one thing he craves, the one thing he seeks, is that he may be with his Lord and gaze upon his beauty and his wonder and his awe. We learn about that in this Bible. And the Holy Spirit is faithful to work with us because he's within us to take the pages here, the words that are written on these pages, and bring them to life within us. To give us joy and hope. Life is hard, but it's hard because it points us to the wonder of God. Like I said, there are myriads of other reasons and things that factor into that. But when David had this moment of quiet in Psalm 27 to consider it, he says, what's most important for me is to gaze upon the beauty of God, to enjoy him in his temple, because he will set me free from all of this and bring me home to be with him. But it's not just way in the future. It's right now. Whether you're a young person, 5 or 6, or you're 17 or 19, or in your 20s, or in your 30s or 40s, whatever it is, you can gaze upon the wonder of God that's given to you in this book right now. And if that becomes your desire, that's the one thing that you seek, then the hardness of life will drive you to that and bring you comfort like nothing else can. Wait for the truck. That's something that is super precious. Enjoy the testimony of God all around us, whether we hear it from the birds, whether we see it from the beauty of creation, or whether we just see it in the wonder of God. Life is hard, but the hardness of life points us to the beauty of Christ. And it is with the psalmist in Psalm 73. We can, with joy and tears, say the nearness of God is our good. Let the hardness of life point you to the beauty of Christ. And that's the thought for this night. And check us out at everydaytalk247.com. If you haven't subscribed, turn on post notifications. Videos will come right to you. Again, send in comments, questions, thoughts, feedback, your support. It's really cool. Again, thank you for being here this night. And may we together seek for the beauty of God and make that the one thing that drives us. Lord bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow, Lord willing.